Hello everyone, welcome to this new video. It's again been a long time since I uploaded any video. It's because I'm facing some problems with my graphic tablets. So finally I've got it rectified, and I try my level best to upload at least 3 videos per week. So like I actually tried to do it, but because of various reasons I was not able to complete the task. But from today I shall look into it, and I shall not again give you a delay in uploading the video. So today's question is somewhat hard question. Like it's a combination of concepts of integral and matrices, and also I try to improve my handwriting, so you people can actually sense that, I guess, at least 10 times better than the previous one. Like you can just see it here. And also, as we know that Windows have been upgraded, so yeah, the system has also been upgraded from my side. So I think it will be much better than the previous like interface and all. So like this is the question. So how do we approach it? Thing is, first of all, we are given with a value of k, so we can find two integrals here, and related to this k we have got this: if k by 2 plus 6 is equal to 2 power m into 3 power n into 7 power p, then find the greatest value of a b c by a minus m into b minus n into c minus p, given that a is greater than m, b is greater than n, and c is greater than p. So if that is the case, this will be positive, this will be positive, and this will be positive. And also abc is greater than 0. So yeah, so totally the numerator is greater than 0 and the denominator is greater than 0. So yeah, the total fraction is greater than 0. And so of course we actually don't need that, but still we need to find the greatest value of this whole term, the whole this whole fraction. Given that the determinant a and p, determinant of this numbers like a n p m b p m n c is equal to 0. So this is the determinant given to us, and it is 0. So yeah, so how do we proceed into this problem? So first of all, let us solve for k. Then only we can actually get an idea about m and p. So k is given to us as k is equal to 2 power 2003 into 0 to 1 x power 1001 into 1 minus x power 1001 dx whole divided by 0 to 1 x power 1001 into 1 minus x power 2004 into the whole power 1001 dx. Fine. So this is the value that is given to us. Now we actually need to proceed in such a way that we actually solve this and get a value, a numerical value, a constant value, and that will actually leads to the answer of k. Fine. K will not be some a variable or something like that. Fine, it's nowhere we can even imagine that. Fine, we can even come to that conclusion, but still in giving those who haven't got that conclusion yet, we must focus on that fact that k will not be a variable or something, it will be a constant. So how to solve this type of integrals is this way. Like we actually need to figure out the terms of one in terms of the other. Like I mean the value of one in terms of the other. So for example, if I look and focus on this integral, I must try to get this value in terms of this. Like this value, this integral, if I assume to be y, and this if I assume to be some z, okay, so then y should be equal to some a times z. Okay, so if that is the case, I can just substitute y is equal to a times z is equal to a times z, and z gets cancelled, and we will be left with some constant. So a is again a constant here. So we must actually try to look into actually try to solve in this way. Like we must actually try to get one value in terms of the other. So the very first step in solving this is we must identify such an integral. Like we have two integrals here, numerator and denominator. So we shall consider one and proceed from there. So we shall consider the denominator. Why? Because in the denominator we have x power 2001 to 4 here. Okay, in numerator we have only x power 1. So from there to 2004 it's not possible. but from 2004 to x power 1 it's possible if we actually take the required substitution. Yeah, it's even possible you can go from x power x2 like x power 1 to x power 2004, but the substitution takes some time. It's not like we cannot go like we cannot actually transform from that position to this position. It's like we gonna take some time, it's gonna take some time. And also we cannot be sure about it, but here we can actually try to, because we have whole part 1001 here also, so we can actually try to make some adjustments so that we can get into the form of first integral. So considering 0 to 1 x power 1001 into 1 minus x power 2004 whole power 1001 dx. Okay, so let us consider this as I. So let us consider this as I. Now let us substitute x power 2004, because that is what we are able to see here. Nothing else we can substitute, no better option. So we can directly substitute x power 2004 as y, and later by change of variables we can actually convert this y into x, like we can just put x in the place of y, and again we like we can actually try to get an integral of this form, so z. So that's the reason. So x power 2004 is equal to y, then 2004 x power 2003 dx is equal to dy, isn't it? So this is what we're gonna get. And it's better we do one thing, like instead of x power 2004, what shall we do is we shall assume x power 1002 as a y. Okay, x power 1002 as y, because we have x power 1001 and dx here. So that's the reason we'll assume x power 1002 as y. And why 1002 is better? Because 2004 divided by 2 is 1002. So we can actually put this in form of y square. So it doesn't even affect. So 1002 into x power 2001. Why there are a lot of mistakes. 1001 dx is equal to dy. So we can get this value of x power 1001 dx as dy by 1002. And as it is, the limits doesn't change, because x is equal to 0, y would be equal to 0, and x is equal to 1 and y will be equal to 1. Fine, so that's it. So the limits doesn't change. So if that is the case, we can write this as I shall write with blue ink, and this will actually transform to 0 to 1. So x power 1001 dx is basically dy by 1002, isn't it? And into 1 minus x power 2004, that is x power 1002 whole square. So that is 1 minus y square whole power 1001. Fine, this is what we're gonna get. So it is 1 by 1002 from 0 to 1, 1 minus y square whole power 1001 dy. Fine, this is what we'll be ending up with. And now we shall also convert this, like we shall move to the next like line. So yeah, I'm starting from here. Fine, so please don't confuse from this step. So this 1 minus y square can be written as 1 minus y into 1 plus 5, isn't it? So I can write this as 1 by 1002 integration from 0 to 1, 1 minus y whole power 1001 into 1 plus y whole power 1001 dy. And now let us substitute this. We have we know this property, right? We know this property. Integrating from a to b, f of x dx will be equal to integrating from a to b, f of a plus b minus x dx. Fine, we know this property, so let us use that. So on using it, we get this value to be 1 by 1002 into integrating from 0 to 1. This will actually become the very first part will be 1 minus of 1 minus of 1 minus y. So it's actually y power 1001 into this part will be equal to 1 minus y. So instead of y we need to substitute 1 minus y. So finally this would become 2 minus y whole power 1001 dy. Fine, so we have got into this conclusion. Now we actually need to be careful in choosing the required substitution now. So here we can see x power 1001 into 1 minus x whole power 1001, but we have 2 here. If we wouldn't have been like if 2 isn't not there and 1 is there in place of 2 here, then we can directly use change of variables concept and put y in x in place of y, and we can get this z itself directly and divided by 1002. But we have 2 here, so to avoid this 2, we shall actually substitute like in the place of y some multiple of 2. Okay, for example, if I substitute z, then I can like in terms of z, then I can put y is equal to 2z, then 2 can come out of the bracket and to finally lead to 1 minus y. Fine. And here also, from here also I can get 2 power 1001 into y power something, y power 1001 here, and here also y power 1001. So finally we have come to this form, this z numerator form. So that is the reason we must be so careful in actually looking out for, like, when you actually try to find the best substitution. Fine. So the thing is, we shall substitute y is equal to 2z itself. Fine. So then dy will be equal to 2 times dz. So just substitute that here, and also the limits. So when y is equal to 0, z will be equal to 0, and y is equal to 1, z value will be equal to half. So finally this would actually lead to 1 by 1002 from 0 to half, and y power 1001, right? So it's 2z whole power 1001, so it is 2 power 1001 into z power 1001 into 2 minus y, so that is 2 minus 2z whole power 1001, and instead of dy, that is 2 times z, so 2 times dz. So that is 1 by 1002 from 0 to half. So finally how many like it's 2 power 1001 here, and when you take 2 power 1001 common here, you get 2 power 2002 and into 2, so totally 2 power 2003 into z power 1001 into 1 minus z power 1001 dz. And yeah, finally 2 power 2001, 2 power 1001 and 2 power 2. Yeah, fine, it's yeah, right. So we have come to this conclusion, but we still have to do one thing, that is we have the limits to be changed. We need to change the limits. Here it's from 0 to half, but here we can see that limits are from 0 to 1. So what we shall do, we shall multiply by 2 and divide by 2 in this like in this fraction. So that is 1 by 2004 whole power 0 to 1 by 2, sorry, integral 0 power 1 by 2. So I shall multiply by 2 here. Fine. Into 2, this is 2 power 2003 into z power 1001 into 1 minus z power 1001 dz. So now we can actually see that it's 2 times 0 to half 2 power 2003 into z power 1001 into 1 minus z power 1001 dz. So we can actually write this whole integral as 0 to 1. Okay, so we can just change the limits now. 0 to 1, 2 power 2003 into z power 1001 into 1 minus z power 1001 dz. Fine. So the reason behind writing this is, we can see that z power 1000, z into 1 minus z is basically z minus z square. So it's minus of z square plus z, and this is minus of z square. Sorry, this should be minus here. So this should be minus here. So this is minus 2 times z of half and plus 1 by 4. Fine. And this is basically, if we just subtracted minus 1 by like 1 by 4, so we must even add 1 by 4. So it turns out to be 1 by 4 minus z minus half whole square. So when you actually analyze this carefully, we can see that the graph of this actually seems to be in this way. Fine. So it is symmetric, and here the point, this point is half, and this is 1 by 4. Fine. This is the maximum point. So this is the way it looks. So when you actually try to integrate from 0 to 1, so this is 1. So you can actually see here 1, put 1, this turns out to be 1 by 4, and this is 1 by 4, so it is 0. So from 0 to 1, this is the way the graph looks. And when you try to integrate from 0 to 1, it's better you just integrate this from 0 to half from here and multiply that by 2. So that is the reason we were actually write this into this form. So yeah, it's better we just leave it here in this way. So finally, and we have the denominator now, denominator, that is 2004. And now let us change the variables. So change the variables of z into x. We find this to be 2 power 2003 divided by 2004 times 0 to 1 integral x power 1001 into 1 minus x power 1001 dx. Fine. So we can now see it. The numerator is almost is this, basically this is the numerator, and but we are left with this part. So we actually assume this to be I, and now uh, so what we'll be doing is we shall just write this in terms of I. Fine. So k would be 2004 times 2003, sorry, yeah, 2003 divided by 2003 into I divided by I. Fine. So this is what it looks. This is, yeah, 2 power 2003. We have 2 power 2003 here, and we have 2 power 2003. Yeah, so fine. So this 2 gets cancelled, I n gets cancelled. So finally we'll be left with the value of k as 2004. So this is the value of k. So this is the value of k. Now, as per the question, we need to find the value of k by 2 plus 6. So k by 2 plus 6 in the sense, k by 2 plus 6 in the sense, it is 1002 plus 6, so that is 1008, and that is actually equal to 2 power 4 into 3 square into 7 power 1. Yeah, 16 into 9 into 7. So from this we can relate the values of m and n and p as m is equal to 4, n is equal to 2, and p is equal to 1. Fine. So this is the reason. Sorry, these are the values. M is equal to 4, and n is equal to 2, and p is equal to 1. Now we can actually find the value, that is ABC by what's the value that we need to find, that is greatest value of A by A B C divided by A minus 4 into B minus 2 into C minus 1. Yeah, so this is the value, the greatest value of this need to be found out. Now the determinant is, let us use this condition, that is the determinant A and P. So the condition, that is determinant A n to P1, and m is 4, B and P1 again, and mn, so 4 to C is equal to 0. So this is the determinant given to us. So let us convert this into such a form. So we have 4 and 4 here, 1 and 1 here. So let us subtract, like we can convert R1 to R1 minus R2 and R3 as R3 minus R2. Fine. So then in that case we will be actually will not be finding 4 and 4 and 1 comma 1. It's better to evaluate in that case. So after doing this we get the integral as A minus 4 B no 2 minus B 2 minus B 0, and this is 4 B 1, and this is 0 2 minus B and C minus 1. So the determinant is 0. Now let us expand it. So this comes out to be A minus 4 times B into C minus 1 minus 2 minus B. Fine. And the other side, the other like in the second row, second column, 2 minus B into 4 into C minus 1 minus 0. Fine. This is equal to 0. So on expanding this, we find this to be A minus 4 into C minus 1 into B minus A minus 4 into 2 minus B into 2 minus A minus 4 into 2 minus B. That's it. Nothing else. And minus of 2 minus B into C minus 1 into 4 is equal to 0. Fine. So this is what we are left with. Now we actually need to convert this form into this form. Fine. Into this form we actually so this is we actually need to convert into this form. So how do we do it? So if we carefully analyze this equation, if we divide this equation by A minus 4 B minus this one, if we actually divide with this part denominator, so we can actually try to get that into the required form. So on doing it, we can so I'll just write here just to avoid confusion. We shall use this. So in this part, uh, so when we divide that by a minus 4, b minus 2 and c minus 1, we get this to be b by b minus 2, fine, b by b minus 2 minus a minus 4, we'll be reminded with a negative sign here when we divide with that, and negative positive, so positive divided by 1 by c minus 1, and in this third part also we'll be left with one negative and negative of negative, that is positive. So positive b minus 2 gets cancelled, c minus 1 gets cancelled, and we'll be reminded 4 by a minus 4 is equal to 0. Fine. Yeah, this is what we are left with. Now we actually need a, like in this part we need c in the numerator, and in this part we need a in the numerator. So what we'll be doing is we'll just add +1 to both these fractions, so that what this appears to be b by b minus 2 plus 1 by c minus 1 plus 1 and 4 by a minus 4 plus 1. Fine. And because we have added 2 here totally to the left hand side, we shall add 2 to the right hand side also. So this appears to be b by b minus 2 plus c by c minus 1 plus a by a minus 4 is equal to 2. Now as per the given equation, sorry, expression, we need to find, this is the expression that is given to us, and we need to find the greatest value of this. So basically we shall use the AMGM inequality. So b by b minus 2 plus c by c minus 1 plus a by a minus 4 divided by 3 is greater than or equal to cube root of a by a minus 4 plus b by b minus 2 plus c by c minus 1. So you can just substitute 2 here. So we'll be getting the value as, so I should write it here. On substituting this value, we get this to be 2 by 3 whole cube, and that is actually equal to 8 by 27. So this, the greatest value is, so it's better I shall write the final step here. So it's totally, I just wanted to make sure everything appears in one place, so that there will be no case for any confusion. So that is 8 by 27 is less than or equal to a by a minus 4. Sorry, what a mistake I have done here. So this is basically, it's a very big mistake as a mathematician. I shouldn't have done that. So it's a b c divided by a minus 4 into b minus 1 into b minus 2 into c minus 1. Fine. So this is the expression. So a minus, so this is a b c a minus 4 into b minus 2 into c minus 1. So this is the final answer. So sorry guys for that mistake. Actually I am facing some health issues simultaneously, so that's the reason not able to focus much, but I just wanted to upload a math video at any cost, so I've decided to do it. Too, I'm not at all feeling good. I'm facing many health issues now, but fine, I hope I'll be back very soon. Yeah, so this is all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. So there are many involvements of like integral concepts and matrices concepts and the logics, and also if you actually try to identify, even if the values of m and n and p are not 4 and 2 and 1, we'll be getting the same answer itself, isn't it? There's no involvement of these numbers basically. So this value abc divided by a minus m into b minus n into c minus p, irrespective of the values of m and p, this will always be less than or equal to 8 by 27. Fine. So this is this should be noted. Okay, so irrespective of the values of m and p, we'll be getting the same answer. So I hope you guys enjoyed this session. So thank you for watching this video. Stay tuned.